Tory Lanez or Tory Lanez.
Hey, big story.
It's a big story. I'm not going to get into the story. Yeah, I will get into the story. What's your thoughts?
No, you got.
Wiley,
you got.
you-
No,
right,
give us some.
no.
Give us some
Right,
insight.
yeah.
Right, I'll
Let Wiley give you the insight.
The insight, very much of the story is, I think it's nearly 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago now. Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, her best friend, and I can't remember who else was in the car,
The
went
security guard was
to
about.
Kylie Jenner's party. Megan Thee Stallion was quite drunk. She left out of there. Then she forgot something, came back. There was an argument between Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Something happened. Megan Thee Stallion ended up getting shot in her foot. That's how that happened. And it then went to trial. Tory Lanez got accused that he shot her in the foot. He didn't take the stand.
We found out he didn't have hair.
Yep. Yeah, he was promoted that for a long time. But he didn't take the stand and give his own statement. Though all the DNA on the guns, there was no DNA evidence of him on the actual gun.
Whose DNA was it?
This is where it gets interesting. No one else was tested for DNA of the 4 people that was in the car. So what happened was he got jailed for 10 years. I think it said something about, I can't remember the exact term, but it wasn't that he shot her. It was something like he was reckless or something with a gun. Something like that. Something along those lines. What's now happening, the reason why this story is now blowing up now, his legal team have come out and said that the best friend of Megan Thee Stallion, her bodyguard has said that the best friend, Kelsey, I forget her surname,
But go on.
she had shot Megan in the foot.
Mad.
Now,
The security. So just
yes,
be clear. So just
the security
Right.
of Kelsey, not the security of Megan Thee Stallion, the security of Kelsey, who's Megan's best friend. And the whole story that came out was that she was sleeping with Tory Lanez. Megan Thee Stallion was also having a relationship with Tory Lanez. Whole heap of mix-up. Where it gets more sinister and interesting this week, though, is Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times in prison on Monday or Tuesday.
Jeez.
This is why his legal team have now come out and said, we was talking to the New York Post and giving out this story, talking about, we had all this evidence. All of a sudden, Tory Lanez, who's been in prison for however long, has had no issues, is suddenly stabbed 14 times. This is not a coincidence.
Right. So that's the story.
That's the story right now.
So what buddy,
Sounds
go.
like power. No. I mean, were you asking my opinion on it?
Well, I get if you any opinion. I've got a mutation to the story as well, but do you have an opinion on it, or does anyone have an opinion?
I don't feel he should have been in prison for as long as he's been in prison for, and I do feel the case was a bit wishy-washy to get shot in the toe and all of a sudden, I mean, you're doing 10 years and it's a madness. The being stabbed 14 times, I didn't actually hear about that yet.
One in the back of the head, was it back?
It was a number in the back of the head, a number in the back. He's got stabbed in his chest. They said if it was a little bit to one side, it'd have been through his heart. This person who stabbed him was trying to kill him.
Definitely. That's mad.
This is not a random attack. They were trying to kill him.
I mean, for me, he shouldn't be there in the first place. But it's like, I don't know, it's like anything in America. It's a bit dramatized and all the rest of it. So I'm like...
well, we're going to stay with America.
Go on.
Well, just to add on to that. So Chris Brown came out, I think it was on Monday as well, in support of Tory Lanez. Boom. So I think it was this morning or yesterday, he got arrested in Manchester because he bottled... Tongo's like, what? Where are you getting these stories from?
No, you asked for Range Roundup, now you're getting Range Roundup.
I'm interested.
Chris Brown basically bottled a producer. I don't know what the dispute was about. He's arrested. He must be out on bail, but he was arrested. Now, Chris Brown's got, is it 10 shows in the UK or something? Yeah. Sold out, and they're in jeopardy. Now, I'm not a Chris Brown fan. I don't really business about Chris Brown. I know he's a dancer. I'm not better than Michael Jackson. Probably not even as good as MC Hammer, but he's an artist. Wow. No, as a dancer, Chris Brown does a thing, but you know what I mean. But people are going to be very, very upset if that concert is cancelled. Does anyone have any thought on it, or well, you didn't know about the story?
I didn't actually hear about the
Chris Brown thing,
right,
or the Tory Lanez thing, but
yeah, I saw the story, but I couldn't give it.
You couldn't
care less.
No, but you know what the thing is? It's weird because Chris Brown wasn't allowed in the UK for a long time. So
because of the Rihanna thing. Well, he had a conviction.
So he had to go to Ireland to do a lot of his things. So this is the first time he's been in the UK. I don't know if it's ever, but I know
he was in there last year, the year before.
He went in last year.
No, after the conviction, whatever, he was allowed to come.
Yeah,
but fine.
Afterwards. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.